Hey friends, it's Tommy, the wellness coach, and I help people crush their health and wellness goals. And if you want to learn a way to lose weight, have some alternatives besides just counting calories, keep watching. Hey everybody, it's Tommy, certified health coach. And here are some steps that you can take to lose weight that aren't just the typical count your calories, cut your calories, balance your calories out. Weight loss is challenging for so many reasons. One, we don't eat just for nutrition anymore. We eat because it's enjoyable. We can choose how to flavor our food. We can choose what we want to eat because everything is bountiful. So it can be really challenging when you have that desire to want to eat certain foods. And food is around us 24/7. It is in our home, it's at work, it's when we shop, when we're watching TV, the ads are continuously all different types of foods. When you go outside shopping, that's where they put a lot of those restaurants. And what can you smell a lot of times? You can smell that food, that delicious food coming out of the restaurant. Just me even talking about food right now might be giving you a little bit of an appetite. And weight management might also be challenging because so much of our world now is electronic and computerized. So a lot of times we're sitting and we don't have a lot of need to move anymore. Most of our jobs are sitting. A lot of our entertainment is sitting, whether it's browsing on social media or watching TV, a movie, and commuting in the car. A lot of our trips are in an automobile. So then again, we are sitting. So we just don't get a lot of movement to burn those calories. So what are we supposed to do to help lose weight? Well, let me go over a few strategies that can help. Let's talk a little bit about your metabolism. So there are certain things with our metabolism we might be able to control, and then there are other things that we might not be able to control. So first, let's discuss what we cannot control so then that we can gain acceptance and then we can get a better idea of what we can control and put action towards that. So things that we typically can't control is our family history, our genetics, and the hormones that are typically in our body when we are a certain gender. And let's not forget our height. And then there are some things that we may or may not be able to control, and that's certain medications, certain chronic diseases that tend to alter our metabolic stage a little bit. Things that we can control are our eating habits, how much we move, enough sleep that we get, stress. Those are things that can help affect our metabolism so that we are not always trying to cut back on our calories. So did you know that our body is already burning the majority of our calories per day without even exercise? It's true. Your body is burning calories right now just watching this video, the breathing, the heartbeat, metabolizing all of the food that you ate, and about 10% of that metabolism comes from what we eat. So the more real the food is, the more that your body has to extract that food, take out the nutrients, synthesize it, and put it where it needs to go in our body. The more processed the food is, the less that we're going to digest, because if there's a lot of processed foods that our body don't need, it's going to just eliminate it. So it's not going to have quite that thermodynamic effect. So another plus for trying to eat wholesome food. So all those things coming together to burn calories, your body running its system, regulating hormones, your heart beating, your breathing, your digestion, all of that is your metabolic rate. So that's how many calories that you burn per day just being you. So what is metabolism? Metabolism, that is the process by which your body uses its energy to run and regulate itself. So the higher your metabolism, the more calories you burn per day. Your metabolism is also influenced by your size. So, for example, somebody that's taller can eat a lot more food than usually somebody that's shorter. For people like me that are a little bit on the shorter side, that's kind of a bummer, but it's just something you have to learn to live with and accept to get the results you want. The other things that can affect it with your body size is someone that is larger also will burn more calories usually than somebody that is smaller. That's why when you start cutting calories to lose weight and you hit a plateau, it's because when you were this size and you were cutting back on calories and losing weight, now when you're this size, you need less calories on a daily basis to actually maintain your weight and even less to lose weight. And the other thing that affects your metabolism from your body size is how much muscle mass you have. So the more muscle mass you have when you move, the more calories that you do burn when you move. So when you're moving, it requires a lot of energy. When you start gaining a lot of adipose tissue and fat in the body, that's not burning a lot of calories on its own. And then also maintaining a good bone density can help your metabolism. And as we get more sedentary, we start losing a little bit of muscle mass and a little bit of bone density. And as we age in each decade, we start losing, again, more muscle mass and more bone density. So then again, our metabolism goes down. So you're probably wondering, Tommy, you were supposed to give me some advice, not tell me all the bad things about my metabolism. Well, I'm gonna do that. I just wanted you to get a clear sense of what really affects your metabolism to burn calories. And once you have a better idea on things that you can't control, now we can focus on the areas that we can control with our metabolism. So here's what you've been waiting for. Here are your tips. So yes, managing your calories is the key way to manage your weight. But here are some other alternatives that are gonna help give you a boost to your weight loss. Number one, break your goals down even smaller. Don't try to do it all at once, cold turkey. I'm gonna exercise 5 days a week. I'm gonna run for an hour during those times. I'm gonna cut down to 800 calories and I'm only gonna eat mushrooms. Don't be crazy like that. Try to make a small behavioral change instead of the drastic long-term goals that you're making. Break it down smaller. What is something different that you can do tomorrow to help get to your long-term goal of losing weight? Is it including maybe an additional fruit or veggie into your meal plan on a daily basis? Is it maybe getting an additional 1,000 to 2,000 steps per day? And then once you decide what that small goal is, that lifestyle choice that's gonna help you maintain your weight loss, once you're really great at that, let's say you're doing really great, you're like on week 1, week 2, you think you got a hold of this, number 3, you're doing awesome, you can stick with this, then you move on to the next step of what's gonna help you have that long-term weight management success. Then you can move on to the next goal. But keep it small, really focus on that behavior change that's really gonna help impact your life long-term first. Number 2, ditch the diet mentality that you have to diet your whole life. Try to reshape that whole thinking. What you wanna do is try to think of it as this is a lifestyle change to help manage my weight better. And it's a lifestyle change that's good for me to continue on. When you try to choose to go from fad diet to fad diet, cutting out certain food groups, that's not something that you can sustain for a long time. So you do really good here, and then the rest of the time you go off that diet because it's not very fun. You're not gonna stick with it. So if you can think about, I'm gonna manage my weight by not overeating on this, or not having this food that tends to make me eat a whole bag, or maybe cutting back on this, or adding water, or maybe just even moving more. Doing those behavior changes, that's what's gonna help you stick with it long term, and it's healthy for you, and it will help you maintain your weight loss after you exercise. So remember, not dieting for my whole life like I have been, it is making lifestyle changes that stick. Number 3, try to change the way you eat. So for example, When you're eating and you're famished, sometimes it takes a while for your body, your stomach to tell your brain that it's full. So these are some things that can help while you eat. When you're eating, try to extend that eating period to 20 minutes as often as you can. I know if you're someone that wakes up late in the morning, or maybe you don't have a lot of time for lunch, try to do it on the times where you can take a little bit more time with your meal. If you need help extending that period of eating because you're someone that tends to inhale your food, here are some tricks to help with that. You can put your fork or spoon down in between each bite and take a sip of water. Then take another bite, put the spoon down and take a drink of water. Also, if you're actually eating a food that you like and you enjoy, that's a great time to take the time and savor that food. Let's face it, most of us, when we're eating certain foods, it's because we actually like it. We like to eat. That's why we tend to overeat. It's a craving. It's our animal instinct to eat. So why not savor those times when we're really eating something delicious? Slow that down. Enjoy the smell, enjoy the taste, and just enjoy your time that you have for yourself to eat. And along with that, go ahead and Google heat gauge. H-E-A-T, gauge, G-U-A-G-E. Really hope I spelled that right. Go ahead and Google that. That is an amazing tool that you can use to help gauge when to recognize your hunger to eat, and then while you're eating, then you can gauge that chart and it'll show you when you should probably stop. And then same thing again, when you start getting hungry again, you can look at that. It's a really helpful tool. I think it will help you a lot. Number 4, like I said, your metabolism is burning most of the calories throughout the whole day, just being you. And it's awesome to exercise. You should exercise. I'm a big supporter of that. However, when you do exercise, even if it's like 30 minutes or 60, that's only an hour or less of exercise burning calories out of a 24-hour day. So the rest of the 23 hours, unless you're sleeping, that is a great amount of time that you can be moving. And we call it the NEAT strategy. So that's where, the non-exercise daily thermogenesis movement that you're gonna be doing. So that is where if you are sitting, if you're lying down, try to change it to maybe sitting up. If you're sitting, go ahead and move your arms, do your legs, or if you can stand, that's even better. If you're able to stand, go ahead and move side to side, move your arms. So it's the daily activity that you can increase. And if you're able to be as jittery as you can and move around for 6 to 8 hours, those calories really add up by the end of the day. And then it also helps from your muscles and your joints and everything just tightening and freezing up, and it helps with your circulation. So go ahead, move as often as you can, make everything a chore, and that you're gonna see a lot of really great results just from that. Especially if you are somebody that hasn't exercised in a while, or maybe you really have gained a lot of weight and you're not fit enough to support that weight yet. Instead of bouncing into exercise right away, which can harm some of your joints or just be something you don't look forward to, just try to do some more movement every day. That will make a huge difference. Next, find a reward system. And I know a lot of people are like, but not food. Don't reward yourself with more food. What we want to do, food a lot of times is a reward for us because it's something that we really, really enjoy. So reward ourselves. We had a tough day. Now I'm going to reward myself with ice cream. Those are fine, but if you are somebody that tends to overdo, you have health issues or you're overweight, that's not the best use for your reward system. The other thing with food is our brain is already wired that's a reward system. We get immediate satisfaction when we eat. So we need to change that loop. So when you make these small changes, whether you're taking things into your meal plan, you're taking things out, maybe you're exercising more, maybe you're standing while you watch TV or social media, anything like that, choose a reward system that is something else that you can look forward to, whatever it is. Maybe it's more me time, doing something that you want to do. Maybe it's watching a certain show, a certain movie, a massage, buying something on your wish list on Amazon, anything like that. We're getting the routine of being excited to do those type of activities because you're rewarding yourself with some other reward other than food. And lastly, persevere. So we can be really tough on ourselves, and it is hard to discipline yourself all day. So that's where you want to have your support system, your friends, your coworkers, your family. Get those people lined up. Make your environment so that it's something that does support you too. It doesn't sabotage your goals. Don't buy bags and bags of chips and leave them on the counter so it's easy for you to grab if that's something that you don't want to incorporate in your daily routine. Leave your tennis shoes out, leave your work clothes out, anything that helps facilitate that and help you persevere when it's tough. Now here's another really great practice or exercise that I learned a long time ago. Okay, so you can take a tape measure, and let's imagine that you're living to the age 80, 87, hopefully even more. And every inch on that tape measure is 1 year, okay? So this one's just 60 inches. So pretend this whole thing is 60 years. So let's say every year on here, this is representing your life, you go on a weight management plan. You want to lose weight. Let's say you want to lose 40, 50 pounds, maybe it's just 10, okay? And sometimes you feel like it's going to take forever and you're having a hard time getting through it. And let's say it takes you maybe a year to lose 50 pounds or less. Can you imagine out of this whole time, if you were to take a year, let's see, that's that big, out of this whole 60-year lifespan. And out of that whole lifespan, if you change your eating habits and incorporate some extra movement or exercise, you're only spending that much time out of this. So it might seem like a big punishment, but when you think of your whole lifespan, that's such a small little piece of your life that you are spending trying to change your lifestyle to give you a happier, healthier year, or life, I should say. And you want to remind yourself when you do make some of these changes, it's not to punish yourself. It's not to say, should have did this, I should have did that, I'm so lazy, I don't have any control over my food. It's not to punish yourself. You are doing this because you love yourself, you love your body. So every time it gets tough and you're like, ugh, I hate doing this, I'd rather just eat chocolate. Just tell yourself that you're doing this not because you hate yourself or your body, it's not a punishment. You are doing it because you love your body and you want to take care of it. So my friends, I hope that was helpful. Share this to other people if you think it was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you need any help, I am a weight management specialist also. I've been working with people for over 20 years on this. If you need any help, leave me a message below and check out below. I have a free stress management guide that is going to help you so much. A lot of times we fall off our goals, especially weight goals, because we start stressing and then we stress eat and then we put everything off. So go ahead, check out that free guide, get the help that you need, and I hope you have an awesome, blessed day. Bye, everybody.